And well, actually, I've only played the SS United States version because you know, this game was released recently, and I was very surprised by it. And I thought, well, you know, this is something that's, you know, right up my alley, something that I already do on this channel to talk about ships. And so yeah, we checked out SS United States last week, and I will admit I was not very happy with the experience, but we're going to try out SS Morro Castle today, which is a ship I know nothing about. And so we'll see how that experience goes, because I heard that there's a bit more to it than there is for the SS United States. So let's go ahead and check this out. Whoa, there's two versions. You can see it on fire or at sea. Well, let's see it at sea. Okay, let's see. So I learned if I didn't want to have, you know, 1 frame per second lag, then I had to really lower the graphics down to medium. Because I have a computer that handles the graphics pretty well, but apparently with this game in particular, if I try to live stream it at the same time, the graphics quality has to be lowered, or else it just doesn't happen, which again doesn't happen with my other games. All my other games I can live stream them at full quality, but not this one. So let's see, we are on SS Morro Castle, and that's interesting. There's gearing mechanisms right on the boat deck, so it seems like you'd have to walk around the lifeboats. So let's see. Let's go up to the bridge. I like to start from top to bottom. Oh good, for a second there I thought I was just going to go right through those stairs. Okay, perhaps the bridge is on the next level. Oh, no, this is the, okay, so maybe the wheelhouse is down. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. So that's an information button, but I don't want information, I want to go into the bridge. Oh boy. Is this another one of those situations where I can't go inside the boat? Ship. Okay, let's try over here. There's, like photographs and stuff you can grab, and you can see things like photographs, or listen to prompts of information about the ship. See, another information button, but I can't actually enter that room. Here's a view of the funnels. Well, one of them at least. It's pretty cool. I like that. I like you can see the whistle up there. This is a two-funneled ship, is that what it is? I actually don't know anything about the Morro Castle. I know a lot of people think I must be like a huge ocean liner nerd. And while I do know a little bit about a few ocean liners, and I know a lot about the Queen Mary, I actually don't know much about any other ocean liners. I just have a wide-ranging interest in things, and I try to cover all those various interests on this channel, but I don't have any one, you know, dominant interest that supersedes all the rest. I don't even know what ocean line ran this ship, actually. The horn button. Yeah. Let's go back to the whistle so I can press the horn button. I know this song. I think I took this song from what do you call it? The from oh, what now? I was just up there. Come on. From Epidemic Sound, because I'm logged into Epidemic Sound, and I used it for one of my recent videos, so I recognize the song. Okay, something is definitely wrong, because a little bit ago I was able to walk up there, and now I can't. Oh, see, I have to get around that button. That's what that is. Okay, let's go ahead and press H. Oh, I see. Okay, so there is a bronze whistle there. Appears to be a single chime, and then next to it, that thing that I thought was the main whistle must just be a foghorn. So it's pretty interesting. Let's press that again. Pretty cool. So yeah, a lot of the objects here, a lot of the graphics for the objects are very low poly. And at first I thought, you know, when I played the SS United States version of this game, I thought, well, maybe it's low poly because, you know, it's a big ship and they're trying to make sure that everybody's, you know, computer can run this game. What is going on? That everybody's computer can run this game. But then it occurred to me, there are a lot of games that can run on even the cruddiest computers that have much higher quality graphics than this. And the thing is, I really don't know anything about this game. I know that... So on... When I bought the game, it said that this was a product of Ocean Liner Designs. And while I do know of that channel, and I do know the name Mike Brady, I don't actively watch the channel. I've seen maybe one or two videos of his pertaining to Queen Mary, but that was, I don't know, at least a year ago. So I really don't know anything about this game. I walked in with no expectations except that it says it's a ship explorer. So, you know, a few days ago when I started exploring SS United States, I thought that meant I could go inside. And then there were a couple of people, not too many, maybe one or two, who showed up in my comment section saying, well, what did you expect? You know, he was telling people what to, you know, what this game was and blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't watch the channel. I don't know. I'm just an average customer who saw this on Steam and thought this would be cool. And, you know, and so I bought it, you know. And I'm just reacting to it the way a random customer might if they saw this game on Steam and was like, okay, maybe I'm thinking about buying it. And what I can say was I really was not happy with the SS United States version. It was interesting. There were things about it that were interesting, like later that night I played it again, and I played it with the weather engine running, and I had all the settings on high because since I wasn't live streaming, I could actually do that. I need to go down to the next level because there's nothing up here. Yeah, so I did that, and it was interesting to, you know, to be in the middle of this big ocean storm and, you know, be walking around SS United States promenade deck during that storm. So there are, like, what's the word? There are aesthetic, environmental things that are a plus about this game. You get to enjoy the environment of the ocean liner. But, like, for instance, when you walk out over here against the railing, you know, the ship is nice and in focus. I mean, low poly, of course, but like if I zoom in here, you can see that these knobs, which should be spherical, are really more like cubes that are turned on their side, which is very odd for something like this. But anyway, when I look out over here, the ocean is not very sharp. In fact, it's very pixelated. It probably doesn't look like that to you guys because you're watching on a live stream, but for me, the ocean is pixelated. And so it's very odd to look around at this sharp and in focus and, you know, high definition ship, and then all of a sudden look out in the ocean, it's all pixelated. It's very odd. So there's things about this game that it feels very rushed. It feels, oh, finally, a place I can enter the ship. Okay, well, I'll come back to that real quick. I want to walk the boat deck real quick. But, yeah, finally, I found a way to get in the ship. But, yeah, this game appears very rushed and incomplete. Here's another entry, so I'll make sure to go in there after I finish walking this deck. But yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, it doesn't feel like this game was intended to be a game, if that makes any sense. So, I don't know, it's kind of strange, and I'm just, you know, saying this from the experience of someone who knew nothing about this game, didn't even know it existed until I saw it on Steam, and then I bought it, and as just a customer who spent, you know, money on this, I'm reacting to it. Maybe I'll go down there later. I like to go deck by deck if I can. I'm sure if there's entries on that side, there should be entries on this side, so maybe I'll enter from this side if I can find an open door. Let's see here. In terms of like a static model, yeah, this is a good looking ship, and the SS United States is too, in terms of a static model. But, you know, like I said, there's been higher poly graphics on games that are much easier to run on your computer for free. I mean, I play this game called Enlisted, and that's a very, very good graphics game, a huge game, and it's free. And it has much better graphics than this. So I don't know, it just, you know, I don't know. But here, maybe this will help me to decide, is going inside the ship. Maybe that will change the way I see things. So I wonder if I were to run this at like a higher quality, if the lighting here would be more realistic, maybe. It wasn't necessarily, well, it kind of was when well, let me see what happens if I up the quality here. Last time I did this, my computer just was freaking out. Settings, and then we'll just do high for everything, and we'll see what kind of frame rate we get. Again, you know, if I'm playing this by myself, you know, without a live stream, I can run all this at high settings. Did I actually change this? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, that does look better on the high settings. It's not so bad. Okay, so this is much better looking. Okay. So, okay. But yeah, when I'm not live streaming, I can run this on epic settings and it's fine. But this game, for some reason, when I try to live stream just this game, it doesn't look. The settings, I have to lower them. But you know what? This is pretty good. I think, you know, that ocean probably consumed a lot of the processing power of my GPU and stuff. You know, this is actually really nice. Okay, yeah, I see there's some detail there with the columns and stuff. And I like the light for the room, the way it's set up. I also like these handrails too. Pretty cool. Let's see. Man, this is pretty neat. Okay. There's another exit. I don't want to exit. I want to keep walking around. So, I'm gonna guess that this is a lounge. That's what it looks like to me. Doesn't look like a, you know, a saloon or anything like that. It looks like a lounge, but why does that say exit as well? Can't I go down there? Let's see. Maybe it goes to another room. Oh, it takes me outside. Okay. Maybe I have to find another door. Let's see. Well, actually, I think if I do find another door, it just take me into the room on this side. Probably is the same room. Ozzy, I can't get into the bridge. I tried. Oh, it's the same room. Yeah, it's the same room. Okay, well, I need to find a way to get down there. Can I jump over the railing? Maybe I have to crouch, control, and then jump. There we go. Because there was no way I was about to, like, go all the way to the end of the ship, go down the stairs just to find another way in. Okay, so we're at the bottom level of this lounge. Very nice. So I don't want to exit. That was an exit. Let's go to this room over here, but give another look at the... Oh, I can see the skylight from here. Okay. Pretty neat. Yeah, I like the detail on that. Very nice. Oh, too wide. Let's go this way. Okay, so this appears to be some kind of reading and writing room. I like the paintings. I wonder if this is one of the actual paintings that was on Morro Castle, or if they had to find something that was just similar. Oh, they got books here too. Well, I did say it was a reading and writing room, so I imagine there'd be books. It's probably a program. I'm interested in exploring the ship, not so much picking up the items and reading them. Okay, so we're on Promenade. Wow, the side lights are huge here. Okay, so that must be the bow area. Sheridan says, looks like a smoking lounge. It kind of does look like it. Yeah, that room looked like a smoking lounge. So this is like a sheltered forward promenade area. It looks unusually smooth for an ocean liner. But I mean, maybe this is what it looked like. Because usually you would see like the steel frames. You know, it wasn't until ships like, you know, SS Normandy, for instance, that they had these smooth walls and things with panels. But even then, those were with panels. There's no panels here. So I don't know if this is how the ship looked, or if this is just another one of those things to kind of make the construction of this game faster. I don't know. So there's some side lights there. Where does that go? Maybe it, hopefully it doesn't go into the reading and writing room again. Oh, it does. Okay, well, I was already here. I want to see more. Okay, so we'll continue down this way. In here. Evan says, how did you download this? It's on Steam, so I keep going into the same room. Yeah, I downloaded this off of Steam, so it's available for everyone to download. It's getting darker, so the lights are turning on. I like you can hear the engines, or is that the propellers? Either way, you can hear something, the rhythmic movement of something. Oh, it's getting dark here. Don't the prom lights turn on? It's kind of spooky how dark it's getting. What's back here? Do we have like a flashlight? Can I press F and find a flashlight? No. What is this? I see tables. I think I see tables. It could be some kind of like a garden lounge. I think I see. Oh yeah, we're getting a storm. See, this is one of the cool things about the game is you get this weather engine, which is pretty neat. I love weather engines in games. It changes things up, because if the weather was always the same, you know, we'd just be out here seeing the same thing over and over again. It's hard to see, especially because is this the stairs to the? No, there's a machine there. Okay. Wait, this looks like an entry into a lower. Aha! I wouldn't have seen that because there's no lights out there. But you know, I'm sure the ship actually didn't have external lights up here on this deck besides the covered, you know, sheltered spot. But I'm glad at least this deck has it. Oh, whoa. Okay. Nice. To D-deck starboard side. Interesting. Well, hold on. Let's check this out first. Okay, so this appears to be another type of promenade. I'm sure there was a label in the corner of the screen, but I didn't see it when I came down here. Because I know with SS United States, when you go to certain areas, there's a little label in the corner of the screen that tells you what the area is. I didn't catch it for this area. But I'm guessing this would be second class. Okay, so there was a door here to D-deck starboard side. Wait, what? Okay, well this isn't the same area I was at. So that's for sure. This is different. Yeah, because there was a wraparound promenade on that one. So I think we're the next deck down. So I guess we were on C deck before. And now we're one deck lower. Still at the stern. But there's no entry into the ship from here. We're still technically outside. I consider, even though this is a sheltered promenade of sorts, I still consider this outside because we're in the weather. Okay. Let's go back up. Yeah, I like this weather engine. Okay, look, there's a staircase here for the docking bridge, so at least we can go up here. There's something here. Oh, a helm. Okay. It's hard to see because I got lights shining on me, you know, to illuminate me for this live stream. So, and we're in the darkness in this game, so all I see is my reflection in front of me. It's hard for me to tell what's in front of me. It is kind of cool to see that the ships, both SS United States and this one, do roll a little bit. Not very much, even with the heavy weather, it doesn't roll that much more. But they do sort of roll and pitch just ever so slightly. So it does give the ship a sense of movement, which is good. Oh wow, look at this. Pretty cool. Oh, that's nice. Wait, these things look like lights. Hold on, let me go down. Because I thought there were no lights out here because it was so dark. What am I... There we go. Are these not lights? What are they? Oh, whoops. I don't... Okay, I honestly don't know what those are, but I thought they were lights. Yeah, no clue what those are. Well, now we can see the stern area a little bit better because the starlight and moonlight are helping to illuminate it. Okay, and we can probably go in here a little bit. It's so dark here that I really couldn't see what this was when I first walked in here. But yeah, it does appear to be a garden lounge. There's a little stage here. Matthew Mahoney says the lounge and reading room are the only rooms on the ship in the game. Really? That does not make me happy. I honestly thought I'd find more. Alright, well let me go to... Can we go to the bow on this ship the way that we did for SS United States? I don't think we can. Yeah, I don't think we can. Yeah, because anything forward of here is all sealed up. It's very clunky. Sometimes when you're going up and down stairs, you can't. It blocks your way. I don't know if I want to go in there again. But maybe I'll do what I did with SS United States, where I kind of like stood and then I flew around the ship for a better view. See, I can't go down there onto the bow area. And I don't think, yeah, this would be the wheelhouse, but you can't go in. There's no way inside. Here, I'll go up here. See what I mean? I can't, I'm blocked. And then all of a sudden it lets me go. It's really weird. This is what gives me that feeling that the game is just not complete. They just released it without actually completing it. That's what it feels like. Alright, let's go ahead and fly around. I think that's the tab button. And then we go to... I think we tab again. Is that what we do? We tab again? No. I think we do. I forgot how I did it before. Because in the instructions it says you press tab to do the flying around mode thing. And then I remembered that... Oh, see, there we go. Yeah, you have to tab out of it. Okay. So what do I think about this game? Because obviously we're done with the ship. So let me restate that I know of Oceanliner Design's channel. I know his name, Mike Brady. I've seen one or two of his videos about Queen Mary, but I don't actively watch his channel. As with a lot of other channels, I don't actively watch a lot of other channels because, frankly, you know, when I am on my computer, I'm either working on other projects of my own or I'm working on stuff for my own YouTube videos, you know, so I'm doing research or something, you know, same reasons, my YouTube videos or whatever. So I don't really get much options to, or much chance to watch much other stuff. And yeah, so I haven't been following his projects. I think about a year ago or so, a friend of mine told me that Oceanliner Designs was coming out with a game. And I do remember hearing that, but none of the details were shared with me. I don't watch the channel, so I don't follow what's going on with the projects. All I know is that last Wednesday, just a couple days ago, I was on Steam and there was this game, Ship Explorer. And I was like, oh, neat, there's ships, and it's got SS United States, and I know that a lot of my viewers love SS United States, so I thought, I want to explore SS United States because I've always wanted to see what the insides looked like, and I've only seen a couple of pictures, and it's always the same pictures of the same rooms. It's never more of the ship. So I was very curious to see the inside of SS United States. And so I downloaded the game, and that's when I found out, you know, because it's labeled everywhere that this is Oceanliner Designs' work. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. This must be the game that I had casually heard of a year ago. And so there are positives about this game. For one thing, I don't know of any other game aside from Roblox where you can walk around one of these classic ocean liners and experience the ambiance. And even with Roblox, I don't think there's a weather engine. So at least with this game, you get a weather engine, and it's very realistic weather engine. But from what I understand, a weather engine is part of Unreal Engine, which is what runs this game. Unreal is the program that runs this game. So I don't think that's something that Mike Brady and his team had to build. I think the weather engine already comes with Unreal Engine, and yeah, there are some things that you have to kind of tweak and change to make it your own. But ultimately, a lot of the weather engines that come out of games from Unreal Engine are essentially very similar. So I don't think that really was their work. I don't think so. It could be, but I don't know. I don't think so. I'm working with Unreal Engine right now for another project, and yeah. But so yeah, I'm coming from the point of view of a random customer, someone who stumbled upon this, paid 18 bucks for it, and was hoping to explore ships. And yeah, you can explore the exteriors, but the exterior models are really low poly, in layman's terms, low quality. I have explored free games that were far more fleshed out than this and had much better graphics quality. And again, they were for free. And this game cost me $18. And from what I hear, there will be more ships like the USS Bismarck. But from what I understand, that'll be downloadable content, and usually downloadable content is not free, it's extra money. So I imagine if I want to, let me change the weather for this, because this is, wait, no, that's, how do I change the weather again? That's definitely not that. See, this is one of those things where, like, I can't get out of this menu. I'm pressing tab, the same button I got to get into this menu. Escape to close. Oh, there we go. I want to fly around again. So, if I do that... Can I... I don't know how to... There we go. Okay. Escape. Oh, it takes me back to this way. See, I don't know how to run this. And it's really frustrating me. Because the controls are not simple and clear. So what do I think of this game? To me, it's not worth $18. It feels very rushed. It feels very, like, I don't know, like the creators were like, you know what, like, maybe this project is costing too much money, and let's just get something out real quick so we can start making some of that money back. That's what it feels like. It feels like they were running out of time and money and wanted to make some of that money back, and so they just put out whatever they had ready to go and put it out there, and and that's that. That's what it feels like, honestly. That's my most honest interpretation of what this feels like, because it doesn't feel very fleshed out. It doesn't feel like it knows what it wants to be. And I don't think it was worth, like, not for me, it's not worth $18. There's only 2 ships, and only one of them you can go inside, and you only get to see really one room in this ship. You don't really get to to do anything. You just walk around, and you can't even walk around like exactly like even with SS United States, you can't walk around all of the exterior. There are certain parts of the exterior that you don't have access to. On this ship, Morro Castle, you can't even see the wheelhouse. At least on SS United States you could, but on SS United States you couldn't see any of the interior rooms, and that's why I bought the game. I bought the game to explore a ship. Did I really get to explore a ship? No, I got to explore a third of a ship, I think. Well, not even a third. This is just the exterior decks. So yeah, I really don't know. And with the USS Bismarck coming in, you know, will that be for free? I don't think so. I don't see that being free. I imagine they would charge maybe $10 to add that on. I don't think that's fair. So I don't know. I mean, but then again, they haven't announced if it was to be free or not, so I can't make a judgment that, oh, it's going to cost $10. Yeah, I don't know. It could be free. But yeah, it just feels very rushed, and the graphics quality is not in any way on par with the free games you can get on Steam. Again, look at Enlisted. Enlisted, a wonderful game, perfectly free, high quality graphics, and you get to do so much. You get to go to different parts of Europe and fight in World War II and stuff. You get all these games, you get all these perks, you get all these, you know, there's all these things, you know. And granted, I understand that this is a simulator and that's a point of view game. I get it. But even with a simulator, I feel like with a simulator, you should get more. It's called Ship Explorer. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that's my honest opinion on this game, and I understand if people are like, oh, I love this, and you know, but there was one person who on my last live stream said, well, I don't know what you expected, Alex, you know, he said this and that. I'm like, I don't know, I wasn't on his channel. I'm just stumbling upon this game on Steam, purchased it because it said it was a Ship Explorer. So I'm coming from you know, I'm coming at this with the point of view of a random person who's never been in the loop, and that's what I see when I see this game. So I don't know, it just isn't, you know, I don't know, this isn't what I expected. So, and like I said, I think one of the redeeming qualities is the weather engine, because it helps to change things up and makes things feel different. You know, this deck is exactly the same deck every time I turn around and look at it. But with the weather engine, depending on the time of day, the weather, all that kind of stuff, it can add a bit of difference. But again, I don't think that weather engine is something that the people in this game had to build. I think that comes with Unreal Engine. You just have to like add it on to your game. So I don't even think they had to build the weather engine. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah. I think I said everything I had to say, honestly. Yeah, somebody said something about Grand Voyage, and so here Wild Smiley says, the Grand Voyage will be more in-depth and will have ships like RMS Empress of Ireland, SS Laconia, RMS Aquitania, and RMS Carpathia. You'll be able to explore those and have experience aboard them. Well, okay, so yeah, somebody did tell me, on Wednesday, that Grand Voyage is planned to be part of the Ocean Liner Designs games, right? So here's my question. Why release this? Why not just wait to release Grand Voyage? Why release something that isn't finished? This game obviously doesn't feel finished to me. You know, one of the people I admire in history is Walt Disney, because he would refuse to show things off until they were done, because he didn't want people to see something that was incomplete and then get the wrong idea about what the final project will be. I had heard a year ago that there was going to be some game that Oceanliner Designs was building. I'm thinking in retrospect that was the Grand Voyage. But this game was released ahead of time, and it feels very incomplete. It feels very rushed. It feels very, we're running out of money, we need money, so we'll just throw this out there and make people happy. And I don't think that's right. This isn't a game. This isn't a simulator even. It's not finished. And yet it cost $18. It's not even if this was a demo, that'd be different. It'd be like, oh, okay, this is a taste of what you're gonna get. It's not even a demo. This is a game. They're charging money for it. And it doesn't feel like it's earned its $18. So I don't know. I'm not very happy with this. Yeah. I would never create something for you guys and then release it early when it's not even finished, you know? So yeah, I don't know. I'm still brewing over it, but yeah, for the last 3 days I was thinking about Wednesday and, you know, walk around SS United States, and I thought, you know, this game could really redeem itself with the Morro Castle. Maybe the SS United States was just one part of the game that was released early and not complete. Maybe if I, you know, do Morro Castle, maybe the graphics will be better on that one, because maybe that's the one ship that's actually complete. But not even this ship is complete. You only get to see one room. You get to see, well, I mean, technically two if you include the reading and writing room. But that's it. And, you know, like I said, you look at these railings, and these knobs that connect the pieces of the railings together, let me crouch, they should be spherical. And these are cubes that are like, you know, turned on their side. It's just very low quality. I don't know. Oh great, now I can't uncrouch. Okay, there, I was stuck under the railing. Okay. Yeah, it just feels very clunky. So anyway, gosh, that was a short live stream because I was planning to, you know, I honestly thought I'd be on here much longer. Yeah, Alien the Loco, or I'm sorry, not Alien, Alan the, sorry, my screen is like way over here. Alan the Loco Liner says Bismarck will be a free downloadable content ship, and Lusitania is coming as a paid downloadable content. Oh, see, that's not right. Because I bet you with Bismarck, so Bismarck, okay, it's free, great, but you're probably only able to see the outside of the ship, just like SS United States. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll see the bridge, you know, with the wheelhouse. And then you have to pay to see Lusitania? That's not right. Just wait to release the big game, you know, the Grand Voyage. Wait to release that. That's the game everybody wants anyway. That's the game, you know, like, I heard he was coming out with a big game, and I thought this was the big game. And that's why I downloaded it. Well, that's not why I downloaded it. I downloaded it because I saw a Ship Explorer game, and I downloaded it, and then I found out this was from him, so I assumed this was the big game. But yeah. See, that's what happens, folks, when you assume things. And then Alan also says the models are also basically just the ones from the old videos, and the entire idea is an interactive video. Yeah, I mean, I suppose if you've been kept in the loop and you knew what to expect ahead of time, this would be meeting your expectations. But I didn't know that. I just downloaded it because I thought it was a Ship Explorer. It doesn't feel that way. I mean, it makes sense when you explain it like that, but you know, again, I'm coming from the point of view of just a random customer who just bought this because they were so excited to explore these ships. And this is very not not that at all. I think it's ironic that we've had nothing but storms since I've been on this ship. I've had nothing but bad things to say about it. But yeah, I'm like waiting for the sunlight to come out, but Shimezu says, isn't that one guy who used to be with Titanic Honor and Glory working on a game where you can fully explore Lusitania? Yeah, yeah, that guy, oh, what's his name? Oh gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I'm very bad with remembering people's names. Okay, so what's his channel name? I know his channel name. Part-Time Explorer is his channel name. Yeah, he came out with a trailer for a Lusitania game. And that was supposed to be released very soon. And it's been like 2 years since that trailer came out, with no word at all on that game. So I have no idea what's going on with that one. But, yeah, I don't know. I can't see. And I don't remember how to control the weather. It's on the prompt every time you log into the game. Tom Linsky, that's right, that's his name, Tom Linsky. Yeah, he was coming out with like a Lusitania game. Oh, you know what I can do? I can go to the, I can do the on fire version of this game. Hold on. So there's a version of the Morro Castle on fire, so we can do that. Let's skip this. You press enter to skip. Well, maybe I should learn about why it was on fire. Okay. Worst sea tragedy of generation, bringing death to vacationists. Ah, that's a word I haven't heard of. Returning from Cuba, government investigation underway to determine cause. Oh, so we don't get to hear the cause. Oh, so there's the... That's what the Morro Castle looks like. Okay. And there's it on fire. Gosh, it's so frightening to see one of these mammoth ships, you know, ablaze. It's freaky. You know, like, to me, these ships are like islands floating at sea. They're so huge. But then to see them on fire, it's like, geez. Especially the Queen Elizabeth, my goodness. It's like one of the biggest ships to ever burn down. Okay, so it's newsreel footage, but I don't think we're getting an update as to why it caught fire. You know, I'm sure that if I walk around the ship, there's probably like an information pamphlet or something I can pick up that has Mike Brady's voice explaining why it's on fire. But I'd have to find that. Okay, so September 8th, 1934, a fire breaks out inside the first-class writing room. Soon the entire ship is engulfed in a fierce blaze. 1934, wow, I didn't expect that to be 1934. Okay. What's this? Is that melted glass? Still activate the whistle. Oh, we can go inside the room. Okay. Let's see. made it nice and smoky in here. Nice and smoky. Oh, look, there's a corridor open. Well, this wasn't here before. Where does that go? First class promenade. Oh, I'm outside again. I didn't know that was an exit. I thought it was to the next room. Oh, no, I know where this is. Okay, this is where I entered. This is where I entered the lounge in the first place. Okay. Yeah, now I remember. I'm so dumb. Yeah, that was there before. Oh, look, a flashing light. Is that supposed to be like a malfunctioning electricity or something? What am I think I'm standing on a piece of furniture. Okay, so yeah, that's thoroughly creepy. Let's find a different part of the ship. Maybe I'll go down to promenade. I have to crouch, go forward, and then jump. Yeah, it's pretty creepy to see a ship like this just on fire. Well, I imagine it was for the passengers, too. I mean, imagine it. You're out on the ocean. You know, this ship is the only land you have for, I don't know, was this an Atlantic ship? Thousands of miles, I guess, if this is Atlantic. But nevertheless, even if it was only hundreds of miles, this is the only land you have, and it's on fire. And that's a freaky thing to think about. Brandon says, can you down first class deck ballroom? Oh, that's what this is. This is a ballroom. I thought this was a garden lounge. Okay, Brandon says, can you download it on PS5? Oh, I have no idea. I just downloaded this off of Steam. Do Lusitania next week. There is no Lusitania. There's only two ships. There's Morro Castle and there's SS United States. So, Shimezu says, we don't know what caused the fire on the Morro Castle, as she was completely destroyed internally, leaving only twisted steel and ashes. Oh my. The general consensus is that it was arson by her radio operator, though we can never say for sure. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, it's for a lifeboat. Okay, so... Wait, what is this? Oh, it's a... Okay, well, I would read it, but my camera's literally in the way, so half the paragraph is covered, so I can't read it. But, yeah, I guess this is an explanation of someone's experience. I thought I was going to get to go to the lifeboat. I was getting really interested for a second there. Okay, so I'm guessing some of the passengers came out here to the... Yeah, this is a different person. Some by the name of Charles Wright. So I'm guessing some passengers came out here to try to escape the fire, and that's why there's some explanation. There's lifeboats out there. Yeah, I can't enter any other part of the ship. Brandon, I already have a live stream entirely about United States. I went to that one, so you can watch that. That was the previous live stream I did from last Wednesday. But I'm not going to do United States on this one, because I already did it. Alright, well, let's go back to the main menu on this one. So... whistle one more time. That's like the one fun thing I get to do on here is press the H for whistle. Alright. Let's go to main menu. Was there a different version of something for SS United States? I don't think there was. Oh, yeah, no, there wasn't. It's just... Yeah, I mean... Well, I've already been doing a live stream for an hour, so I might as well end the live stream soon. Let me just say... Okay, so, Bismarck, somebody says that the Bismarck will be free, which I hope it is, because if you paid 18 bucks for this game... you at least deserve to be able to walk around the exteriors of 3 ships. But the fact that you can only enter really 1 or 2 rooms on the Morro Castle and none on the SS United States, it just wasn't worth it to me. The graphics are really primitive on this game, so I don't know. This seems more like it should have been a free demo and not something that you pay 18 bucks for. And that 18 bucks was discounted. Really, this game is $20. So, yeah, I got that on a $2 discount. So this game is actually $20. Is this game worth $20 to me? Definitely not. Was it worth $18 to me? No. This seems like something that should have been for free, or at least maybe $5 on it. $5? Okay. All right, yeah, $5. But this game wasn't $5. It was $18. It, like I said, you know, just to recap, it felt rushed. It felt incomplete. It felt like something you release when you are working on a bigger project, like I'm guessing he is, and he needed something that could earn that cost back real fast. Yeah, I think he should have waited to just release the big game, the one that people are calling, what's it called? Dang it, what's it called? The other game, the big game that he's planning on making, which I knew nothing about until like Wednesday. So yeah, he should have just waited to release that game, because at least that one would be more complete and fleshed out. This one isn't. It's just... I don't know why it's called Ship Explorer. You really only get to see the outsides of the ship. And even then, like I said, it just doesn't... it doesn't feel like you're really getting to explore it. So anyway, yeah, that's my final thought on this. Will I play this game again? I don't think so. And that's the funny thing, is I bought the game because I thought I'd be playing this maybe once a month for you guys. I thought I'd be doing that maybe once a month. But no, I feel like I've seen it all, and now I'm done. I don't feel the need to play it again. It's not like the demo of Titanic Honor and Glory where I play that every 2 months, but I play that every 2 months because it's always interesting to me. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on this. But anyway, folks, you know, again, this is downloadable right off of Steam. So if you really want to see it and you like it, you know, you can get it off of Steam. It's called Ship Explorer. And I think it's still on sale for $18, but its regular price is $20. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me for this live stream. I'm sorry, I wish I could have had a much happier tone about this. I was really excited to play this, but in the end, I was just kind of bummed out that this wasn't what I thought it would be. But yeah, I don't know. I'll give you guys updates on the game that I'm helping someone to make. It's about trains, so you'll get to hear more about that, but probably in the coming weeks. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Let me just go ahead and get out of this live stream. Sorry about that. All right, folks. See you all later. Bye-bye.